Okay, I got a old 3-ton GE. There's the old air handler. Cool. They never changed the filter. This unit is original to the house. This was like a summer getaway type place. As you can see, it's in the woods. I mean, I'm all by myself out here in the woods putting in this unit after work, just doing a little after hour installation. I worked on it a little bit a couple of weeks ago, and they're no big hurry for this job, so I kind of just do it on my time. But that's that. And this is a family inherited home. They inherited it from their dad. Like I said, it was their summer getaway cabin, and they're just wanting to sell it. And one of the stipulations to selling it is that they put in a new heat pump. So they're not wanting to spend a lot of money. They're just wanting to get the house sold. And it's a Goodman. 3-ton Goodman heat pump. Had to do a little magic work with my tubing benders there. Pulling the vacuum right now. I don't use micron gauge all the time. I just do it the old-fashioned way. Works fine for me. Take you down in here to the basement. We'll look at the indoor part. This is a transition, kind of just made in the field, you know. That's how it is when you're out here and you don't have sheet metal equipment. You just you make chicken salad out of chicken shit, which I think it looks pretty good. I used a variable step bit to make my holes for the wire coming in. Of course, this is 15 kW heat. Also made the hole for my thermostat wires coming in. Got my breakers. I got all my control wiring wired up. Now this is crazy because on the thermostat upstairs it had 2 white wires, 2 red wires, and of course the white wires were for the heat. But the 2 red wires, one was going to reversing valve, which was my O terminal, and my orange wire, which was supposed to have been my reversing valve wire, was going to my compressor, which, as you can see here, that's orange and yellow, and down here orange and red. See, that's the other red right there on the thermostat. I've never seen thermostat wire with 2 reds and 2 whites. Maybe I'm missing out on something, but it's the first time I've ever seen it. There's the piston, 071. The unit already had a 071 in it, so I just left it, and I'll keep this one. I'll stick it on my truck, and I'll have it for a different time. And this bubble wrap right here, I'm going to use that to wrap my transition up. The rest of it's insulated all the way up, but I'll run my bubble wrap all the way to the top just so it looks clean. The old unit was on a stand, and it was had like a double 90 kind of thing going on. And it was pretty neat the way it was put in, but I always set mine on a box. And I had to shorten this 90 right here in this joint. I had to take that apart, cut it back an inch, because for some reason it was not a very, the gap was kind of closing up on the top and widening as it went down. But it's fairly straight now. Everything is plumb and level and all that good stuff. As for the drain, I haven't ran the drain yet. Of course, it just goes right over here to this floor drain. It's right there. I used the same line set. I didn't see anything wrong with it. The system wasn't burnt out. Of course, it was R22, and we're going back with 410A. I didn't bother trying to flush it or blow it out or any of that stuff. It's fine. It's nothing to worry about. People make too big of a deal over stupid shit. But I've been doing this for quite a while. I don't ever have any problems with it. I mean, if it's a burnout, I will try to change the line set if at all possible. But most of the time, if I can't, I will blow it out with dry nitrogen. I'll flush it with the RX11 and then continue to blow it out with the nitrogen, and I'll clean it up, you know, as best I can if I can't change it. But in this situation, the unit that was here was hardly ever used, and there was really nothing wrong with it. So anyway, after I get a vacuum on this thing, I'm probably going to release my charge and just pack up and head out. It's getting late. It is right now. It's about 20 minutes after 6. And it's starting to get dark. And I really don't want to be out here once the critters come out. So anyway, may start filming again when I do the initial startup. But until then, let's see. Alright, I'm back. I got the system up and running. Got the electrical running. My thermostat wire is inside of this liquid tight. Turn my gauge back on. Let's see. Okay. My super heat is supposed to be around 15, and I'm 14.9. I mean, I'm about bullseye perfect on that. This is the indoor part. Got it all bubble wrapped. Got my drain ran over. I don't have a trap in it. I do got a vacuum brake on it. Everything is working fine. It's a really good job. I'm really impressed with the way it came out.